He gets the pin. Raiders are clawing their way back in this game.
Just snipes one.
It's over! Save! Oh my God!
Did you see that? Great diving play. He's hit a touchdown. Hastings Raiders win the ball game.
Hello everyone and welcome here to the Hastings Civic Arena as we get set for Section 3-2A hockey here between the Eagan Wildcats and the Hastings Raiders. Eagan the number 9 seed, Hastings the number 8 seed. Eagan comes into this game 4-21. The Hastings Raiders 11-13-1. I'm Owen Ailey, that's Peter Heyman. Peter, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, pretty good. Looking forward to some Tuesday night hockey. We've done a few games here in the past. A couple wins for the Raiders and a couple not-so wins. Got Raiders coming off a win against South St. Paul 4-2, but they had lost 4 before that. And Eagan, they lost to Rosemount. Oh, there's your boys hockey Section 3 AA bracket. You can see Hastings and Eagan, like you said, the 8 seed versus the 9 seed. And on the QRF, for those of you to pay attention, Hastings 52, Eagan 64. So they're pretty close. Their records are way different, but because Eagan plays in the South Suburban Conference, the teams they play are a lot better, so that's why they're able to make this 3 AA bracket.
No, yeah, certainly interesting to see the discrepancy there, and then obviously the winner of this game going to play a juggernaut, and that'll be on Thursday as well. Here we'll take a look at the South Suburban Conference, and there you can see Eagan right down at the bottom of that conference.
Yeah, you mentioned a juggernaut on Thursday. St. Thomas is who Hastings will play if they win, but first they got to win this game tonight. Looks like we're getting ready for the, there's the Metro East Conference. Hastings right there actually towards the top half at least. In 4th place, they ended up 5-5, 500 record.
And certainly that's another top-heavy conference as well, with Two Rivers and Hill Murray and obviously St. Thomas as well.
Good evening.
Just a couple minutes away here from puck drop here from the Hastings Civic Arena as we get set for some of the starting lineups here for the Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats. But before we get into that, or rather as we get into that, curious to see maybe your thoughts on what Hastings can do here tonight to try to come out with a win in this 8-9 matchup.
Yeah, they got to start off fast. Always the game early. We always talk about the first 5 minutes of the game. Attack them right away. Put the puck on the net. Like playoffs is when that awkward deflection takes place. It goes in the net. A defender loses a skate or loses his defensive place. So start fast. Attack the net. But remember, it's a 3-period game, so stick with their game plan.
In net tonight for Eagan, Johnny Rossman, 1-7, 504 goals against, an 86% save percentage. Not a lot of point getters on this Eagan team, but we'll see if they can pull something out here tonight on the road, as that was the starting lineup there for Eagan.
Yeah, you mentioned point getters. The leading point getter for the Eagan is number 7, Blake Prouty. He's got 21 points, 13 goals, 8 assists. One thing that the Raiders are going to look for is John Harris, number 21, 44 points, 26 goals, and 18 assists. So that's who they're going to look for.
And there's the goaltender there for Hastings. That's Charles Stoffel. 5-11-1 record on the season, 3.86 goals against. Aiden Kavnis, the senior, getting the start. As number 26, Finn Zaruba as well gets the start, and then rounding it out there is number 10, Lucas Niederkorn, the junior, and Jack Woodwick. And that was the starting lineup there for the Hastings Raiders. So with that, we'll take a short break here for the national anthem. A beautiful rendition there of the national anthem as we're just moments away here from puck drop here in this ever-important 8-9 matchup, the play-in game here between the Hastings Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats. There's a look at our goalie matchup for tonight. Marcus Boniface, the starting goaltender for Eagan. You can see quite a difference there in the goals against and the save percentage.
Yep, Charlie Stoffel coming in. He's one of the better players they got. He's seasoned. He's got some bloodline seasoning in hockey. His uncle Ryan, also the baseball coach. So very athletic family there. He's going to have to be on fire tonight, though, because this is playoffs. This is where the pressure on everybody steps up, especially for 15 to 18-year-old young men, right? Playoffs are a little different baby than regular season.
Oh, absolutely. And like kind of we were talking about in the pregame a little bit, or before the game rather. I mean, kind of a senior-laden team here for the Raiders. So I mean, it's win and move on. And if you don't, could be the last time we see some of these seniors in the blue and gold.
Yeah, you mentioned seniors. Raiders got 9 seniors. They also got 9 juniors and just 6 sophomores, no freshmen. For Eagan, they got 8 seniors, 13 juniors, and 3 sophomores, no freshmen for them either. So you're right. A few more seniors, a little more experience, if you will, on the Raiders side. Raiders wearing the classic gold with blue trim. Eagan coming in with the blue and the green trim.
Solid look. We saw that at the outdoor game earlier in January. The Raiders 1-4 in their last 5 games. We'll see if they can get on a hot streak here as we are underway from Hastings Civic Arena.
I'll let you know that puck drop was by referee Dan Olson, other referee Michael Van Fond, and the linesmen are Pete Olson and Benton Campbell.
Eagan here with possession in the early going, loses the puck in center ice, tipped off of the skates of Jake Woog. Now Raiders briefly with possession, couldn't keep it on the correct side of the blue line there as Raiders D-man forced back. That's Jack Woodwick. Corralling a pass, sends that off to no man's land, and maybe a little miscommunication there by the Raiders defenders. We'll get a partial line change here for Eagan.
You've seen in that last 30 seconds just a couple errant passes by the Raiders. They let one out of the zone and then a mispass there. Luckily, it didn't turn out to be a turnover that cost them a goal, but got to clean that up a little bit. First 5 minutes, though, a little jitters, right?
So yeah, certainly some jitters here. Puck was swept away in the Raiders' defensive zone as the goaltender came out to greet the puck as a couple players go careening into that near side corner. Puck anybody's for the taking. A shot wide off the mark there by a Raiders forward. Down low, wrapping around the net, looking for a centering pass. A little too off the mark there as it bounces off right in front of Eagan's bench. Get a long pass there from the netminder Stoffel. Now backhanded centering pass, greeted, the shot deflected. Puck still in play off of the deflection from Rossman. Another shot there for Hastings, another deflection, and back out to center ice.
And this is what we want to see out of them Raiders. Pepper that goal. Just keep putting it on that goal. Eventually it's going to hit the back of the net.
We've certainly seen the Raiders this year against some pretty good opponents. We'll get an icing call here. Struggle to get some shots on net, and that's really hurt them in the regular season.
Again, we got 9 seniors. I'll just try to announce them now and at the end of the game, too. Aiden Cavness, Gavin Burns, Luke Wallstrom, Brody Guy, Brody Carlson, Braden Krauth, John Harris, Matthew Sherry, and Jackson Doman. Those are your 9 Hastings Raiders seniors.
There's Will Savage there on the faceoff for Hastings as both teams vie for possession of the puck. Taken at the blue line by Hastings, down low into the slot, swept to the right side of Rossman. Turnaround centering pass, attempted one-timer. Eagan looking to regain possession here, ideally in the offensive zone if you're a Wildcats fan. Backhands it down low, a dump and chase. Greeted there by a Raiders defenseman, that's Lucas Niederkorn. Bounce pass right in front of the Raiders bench and a race for the puck. And Rossman will fall down and cover up.
Oh, and I want to make sure everybody knows tonight this is being televised on Eagan TV and HCTV and YouTube, of course. So thank you for all the viewers out there at Eagan TV or HCTV. Spending a little time with us here on a nice and warm Tuesday night. Warmer in here than it is outside, that's for sure.
Yeah, it feels tropical out here as we'll get that one whizzing right past Stoffel on his left side. Just off the mark. Pass right back in front of Stoffel as the Raiders look to gain some momentum there. Whipping on the pass was John Harris, the leading points getter, as we'll get a whistle here. Maybe couldn't tell if that was an offsides or if they were sending somebody to the box here. And it looks like a Raiders player is going to head to the box. Get a look at the replay here.
Nope, he's just going to his face-off position. It did look like he was going there. So it was offside.
Pass off the boards in front of both benches, rather. The shot right off the chest of Rossman.
Yeah, and that puck rebounded out there in the middle for anybody. Lucky for Eagan, they got there first.
Cross-ice pass. Zaruba tried a centering pass, wrapping around the back of the net.
There's another one of those passes that put it outside and you had the attack going on. Just a little off.
Scoreless game here, north of 13 minutes to go here in the opening period. Some collisions between a couple of players. A shot swept back in, and Rossman falling on the puck. That was a dangerous play there for Eagan as Rossman ultimately stops that momentum. We'll get another look at the replay here. Peter, walk me right through it.
Yeah, great pass up to John Harris. He made a great move to get by the defender and from his knees put a shot and a great rebound attempt as well to be Johnny on the spot. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it in the goal, but if Raiders keep this up, that 0 will turn into a 1 very quickly.
Raiders with a wide lead here on the shots on goal here in the opening stanza. Zaruba with the backhanded pass. Got a Raider shoved into the board. That's Brody Geib. Pass deflecting off of Carter Hansen. Still stays in the offensive zone for Hastings as a Charlie Forrester, the defenseman for the Wildcats, tries to push the puck forward. We'll get a short reset there for Hastings. Dump and chase. Puck favoring the far side boards. Just kept on sides before it's poked away by Ben Steinke. Huge hit right in front of the Eagan bench. Looks like a Raiders player. That's Luke Wallstrom getting the worst of that.
Yeah, Luke, one of the seniors, a forward.
Get an icing called.
A lot of times a big hit early in the game can kind of send a little message too. Kind of makes players change a little bit. We know these Hastings kids, no matter what sport it is, they're coming out to play tough.
Well, we certainly recently saw that with the NHL's Four Nations tournament, that game that we're going to see the rematch of between the U.S. and Canada. That certainly was a talking point from that one. Maybe some parallels to this one here tonight. Shot and a gut save there by Rossman. Take another look at the replay here.
Yeah, good battle there underneath. Loose puck. Hey, just put it on the net. And that's what you want to do. A little rebound, a deflection on the way in. Just keep putting it in that blue crease area.
Off the offensive face-off. Look at another puck going long, and that's going to be greeted by Stoffel. That's happened a handful of times here tonight. Maybe not the crisp passing that we've seen from, say, the boys basketball team, who we'll see on Thursday. See if the passing can improve here for Hastings.
Hastings has basically been dominating, though, this period, except for the first minute. So they just kind of have a couple passes that just went awry. Both teams going to get a line change.
Yeah, obviously we don't keep track of time of possession. We don't have stats that advanced here, but certainly dominated by the Raiders. So we get another shot deflected, nearly poked in by Finn Zaruba as he came crashing into the crease. Puck breaks free, closing in. Shot, and the Raiders score! That's number 23, Matt Sherry, the senior, coming in on that far side and finds the top shelf as the Raiders get a 1-0 lead here with 11 minutes to go in the first period.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Score first, get on that board, take the pressure off as the home team, too. That adds a little pressure. There's that replay. He actually lost the puck. He was going to go for a backhand, but Sherry right in a great position. Finds that right side of the net. 1-0 Raiders.
And it seems like all that domination over the last handful of minutes really paying off for Hastings as we get some physical play there by some of the Eagan forwards as the Raiders look to go back on the attack here.
And that is Matt Sherry's first goal of the season. What a great time to get your first goal here in the playoffs.
Yeah, could not have picked a better time as we'll get maybe an early whistle there as we'll get a stoppage there from Charlie Stoffel.
Here's a replay of that goal from another camera angle. Great job by our camera operators. You can see that huge hit right there. Here you can see he went for the backhand, lost it. It actually worked out better for a pass. It probably made the goalie kind of try to go down and opened up that wide open side of the net. So sometimes the unfortunate turns into the fortunate.
And that's kind of what you were talking about just getting the shots on net, just getting the puck down low. Anything could happen if it's down there. As we do have the Raiders on a power play here, as we have a Wildcat in the box. That's Liam Thomas, the junior.
Raiders 17.1% on the power play this season.
Eagan only 69% on the penalty kill. See if the Raiders can improve on their crisp passing here on the attack. That one sent down low, battling right in front of Rossman. Puck breaking free back to the blue line. Backhand, tried a cross ice pass there. Now wrapping back around, fires a shot, deflects off of Rossman.
Oh, and that penalty was on number 4, Liam Thomas, the junior forward for the Wildcats. 2 minutes.
Raiders doing a good job here maintaining possession. We'll get a shot that cracks off of the backboard there. Another shot. Puck out in the open. Nearly cleared, and they're going to say that's still on sides. What a great save there by Finn Zaruba.
Yeah, Zaruba actually didn't go after the puck because I think he saw it go offside, but I think his body was blocking the linesman from seeing it. But either way, the linesman didn't call it offside. So
53 seconds remaining on the man advantage here for Hastings. Carter Hansen, the sophomore, winning the face-off, turning back around to pass along the blue line, now down low. Into the slot, back to the blue line. Rather patient approach here from the Raiders.
Still 30 seconds on this power play.
Tried a connecting pass right in front of Rossman. The puck stays on side, wrapped around the boards there, and cleared. Stopped by Stoffel. Maybe chance for one final rush here with 10 seconds.
And I always like to say you got about another 5 seconds after the power play because by the time they get to the box to get down there, they still got those few seconds. Here's their chance.
And the pass goes long. It's going to be greeted by Thomas as he exits the penalty box. Back to even strength hockey here. Hastings with the 1-goal lead, 11 shots on goal to 1 for the visiting Wildcats.
Wildcats penalty kill 69.7% during the season. So that'll improve a touch there with that penalty kill.
Now a shove into the boards there from a Eagan defender. That's John Ballman. 11 points on the season. Now brought up into the offensive zone here for the Wildcats. That one bounces up into the air. I don't think Stoffel saw the puck there for a second. Luckily settled down there by a Raiders defender, Jackson Doman. Another senior, as we had a Wildcat calling for the pass at the blue line.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity for Eagan at the doorstep. I was going to say, a lot of times the most dangerous time is right after you score a goal or when you get back to full strength. You kind of get that little extra pep of energy.
Krauth there, Ryland Krauth losing the puck. We'll get a line change here for the Raiders as they regain possession. Bounce off in front of the blue line. Now the Wildcats on the attack. Forced to the outside. The shot maybe bounced off of a Raiders defender as that goes into the near side corner. Dumped back in. We'll get another partial line change here for Eagan. Looked like a Raiders player got caught up there in the stick of a Wildcat. Is getting some physical hockey here.
Yeah, the physical's being done by the Wildcats, by the way. They're putting on the hits.
Little pushing and shoving there between a couple of players.
Good battle back and forth. Hastings kind of had dominated for the most part. Now Eagan's starting to feel it a little bit. 6:51 left in this first period.
Well, that's certainly a strategy to try to get back into the game. Just out physical your opponents. We'll see how that pays off for Eagan.
Sometimes you see it pay off in the third period as the other team starts to wear down a little bit. And maybe they don't go for that loose puck like they normally would have.
Puck going off sides here for Hastings. Eagan player was rocketing in as that one bounces off back behind Rossman, and we get an icing called with 6:27 to go here in the first period.
Friendly reminder, if you're just joining us, we are on Eagan TV, HCTV, and YouTube. Peter Heyman, Owen Ely bringing you the action tonight. Got a lot of action going on in the other rink as well. We have many other teams here. Lakeville South, I've seen. Got some of their, like, the young bucks, if you will, peewees, running around here exercising.
Maybe the next players who will be on this very arena in this type of, hopefully not a play-in, but in this type of game. Again, physicality continuing here, almost like two bucks colliding.
Yep, that was Aiden Cavness. That was the first big hit by a Raider that we've seen anyways.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the Raiders are a very big fan of the physicality. You got to figure they're going to bring that for the rest of the first period, try to match that. Long pass goes even longer off the stick of Jake Woog.
Stoffel with a great pass up front.
Chance here for Hastings as they try to snipe that one going to the right side of Rossman. Poked in the air, tried to sweep that down low. We got a Raiders player taking a spill as after all that action, we'll have the Raiders temporarily settle it down, dumping it back behind Rossman.
Raiders are definitely out battling them down in the Eagan zone. Great forecheck. Eagan just can't get the puck and get it out of their own end.
It's like the Raiders are in fast motion when they're down low here tonight.
Nice blocker save there.
That one's going to go off into the netting, out of play.
Those could be a little dangerous up there too. Up high, takes the wrong bounce. 4:57, period one. Raiders up 1-0.
Certainly not an easy task being a goaltender as we get to look at the Hastings coaching staff there.
Matt Klein, the varsity head coach. Ryan Stoffel and Adam Welch, assistants. JV coaches Blake Johnson and Dana Gerlach.
Defensive zone face-off was won by Eagan here in the Hastings zone. Raiders whiffing on a pass, still connecting at the blue line before it bounces around. A little tic-tac-toe before it's poked back away and forcing a reset here for the Raiders. Long pass tipped. They're going to wave off the icing there.
Absolutely. Nice steal right there by
Zaruba there with a centering pass. Solid check there by Aiden Cavness, the senior, as he sends Owen Wood down to the ice right in front of the boards. Short little pass. The Raiders, a little bit of a stumble there as they'll decide just to get a line change here. A long pass could be a good opportunity here. Shot and the goal for Eagan. caught the Raiders sleeping. That's the leading goal scorer for your Eagan Wildcats. Blake Prouty, his 14th goal of the season. And just like that, after a period of dominance, we're all knotted up at 1 apiece.
Yep, just like that in a blink of an eye in hockey. Especially when you let the leading scorer, Blake Prouty, you can see why he's the leading scorer there. His speed, here's that replay. They just looked ahead. He found the middle of the zone, nobody there. Couple jukes, quick shot right underneath the glove of Stoffel. Like you said, his 14th goal of the season, 22nd point of the season. We're all knotted up here, 1-1 late in the first period. This is what you expect out of the 8-9 seed playoff hockey. You expect them to be close.
You know, and we've seen some games like the UHL, the last UHL game maybe was a game that favored Hastings on paper, but obviously, you know, they lost that one. It's a different thing looking at the different records and then, you know, actually coming and playing the games. Maybe a tougher game than Hastings had anticipated. See how they respond here with north of 3 minutes to go in the first period. Now the Raiders with some space here on that far side will get the shot. And bounces off of the shoulders of Rossman.
That's what you like to see out of the Raiders after they just gave up a goal. Hey, come right back at them and try to regain that lead. And here's that replay, another good pass up to the middle. Unfortunately, you can see 4 Eagan players went at the player. Might have been a teammate off to the side with them over-attacking possibly. To a one-timer.
That's the danger of trying to get those line changes. If everybody changes at once and you don't have possession, we just saw that result in the only goal here tonight for Eagan. Raiders back on the attack, backhand. Maybe trying to find that far side post. A lot of movement here for Rossman as it comes here to the near side. Shoving the back there from a Wildcats defender. The Raiders player tripping to the ground, and we get a whistle here with 2.5 minutes to go in the first period.
Looks like both teams will make a change. Again, we're on Eagan TV, HCTV, and YouTube TV. Want to give a big shout out to over 200 viewers on YouTube so far. Please feel free to make any comments if we mispronounce a name or two, or you know somebody's birthday or something funny about a player. Hey, shoot it up. We'll see if the boss man, Hunter Pickey, relays the message.
I mean, we appreciate anything we can get as we'll get yet another power play here for Hastings as Rossman out of the net. Puck still in play.
Wide open net!
Firing! And somehow got screened.
And we got another penalty, though. Is it going to be interference, I think?
So Steinke was in the box for Eagan, and yep, I think you're right here. Aiden Cavness going to the box for Hastings.
So just like that, power play's over, even strength.
Just 11 seconds into the man advantage. We'll get another look at the action here.
I'm not sure. It looked like an Eagan defender was in there that blocked the puck because the goalie was nowhere near the net. Well, he might have got over there and got a piece of that. Great angle from the camera operator, but golden opportunity missed there.
And it was a little elbow to the head from Cavness to the player that was down there. Easy mistake not to have there. I mean, just kind of Raiders shooting themselves in the foot on that one. So we'll go back to even strength hockey, which largely has favored Hastings here in the early going.
And I will say 4-on-4, more room on the ice, less bodies. This favors the Raiders with their speed. You can see right there. Nice save on the right pad of the Eagan goalkeeper.
Something was working there for Hastings as we'll get the Eagan with a cheeky little backhanded centering pass. Plenty of space. They were looking to fire on Stoffel.
You can see how dangerous it is with this 4-on-4 hockey.
And Stoffel with a save. Nearly 3 times as many shots on net tonight here for Hastings as opposed to Eagan, but this is a prime opportunity for the Wildcats. Over 1.5 minutes to go here before the first intermission. Both penalties will expire before the end of the first period. Raiders with haste up the near side, cutting to the middle. We'll get the shot. Might have been deflected before it ever got out. Raiders still with possession, passing along the boards. Got a Raiders player who lost their stick, and they'll need to swap out a player. Big hit attempted there by Owen Wood. Was the recipient of a big hit earlier. Here's a prime chance for Eagan, bouncing off the Stoffel. Puck still in play. And a couple of players getting into it there on the far side. Nice nutmeg there from John Harris, bringing it up the ice. Stick still in the middle of the ice. Bouncing off of Rossman, and we'll get a whistle here with 42 seconds to go.
We got a slashing penalty. I think it's going to be on Eagan. Here's that first replay. Eagan had a golden opportunity, and Stoffel, he'd block this with his chin strap, it looked like. And then here's the replay. Here's the Raiders with another great chance. Good pass by Harris down the middle, and let's see if we can see the slash. Oh, they might have. I didn't quite see it, but it is on the Eagan Wildcats, so Raiders are going to be on a 4-on-3 for 8 seconds.
Well, if you thought 4-on-4 favored their speed, a 4-on-3, I mean, I know it's only 8 seconds, but.
Ref's just getting the right personnel out there. He's going to take the face-off.
Braden Krauth on the face-off, loses it. The clearing pass was whiffed on by a Eagan player, so the puck's still in the offensive zone before Eagan comes up, a player out of the box, staying onside, leaves it back for the Wildcat forward. Stoffel out on that far side post, now cutting to the inside. An attempt at sweeping it away from Finn Zaruba. Maybe lucky a penalty wasn't called there against Hastings, as we got just over 10 seconds. A large hit into that far side corner. Electrifies some of the young fans over there. One final chance here for Hastings. Shot, Rossman goes to greet the puck, swept away, and just like that, we'll reach the end of the first period. 1-1 game here between the Raiders and the Wildcats. Peter, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was pretty fast-paced. Raiders had more shots on goal, big time, 17-7, but Eagan only needed the one to tie it up on the break down the middle. But Hastings keeps attacking this net like they do with their speed, and I think they're going to see them get another goal in the net.
So with that, in this 8-9 matchup, 1-1 game, we'll take a look at their goal scoring here. This was the first goal of the game from Sherry. Peter, walk me through this one.
Yeah, that was where tried to do a backhand. The teammate lost the puck. Sherry in the right place at the right time, just found the back of the net. And here's the equalizer from the leading scorer for the Wildcats, Pouty. Great pass up the middle. Nobody there. Took a couple moves and just got underneath the glove of Stoffel.
Action-packed game here from the Hastings Civic Arena. 1-1 Hastings Eagan here on HCTV.
He gets the pin. What a move, what a goal! Oh, what a shot, scores!
The Raiders, can they get the layup? Yes, they do.
Just snipes one.
Oh my God! And reaching up and making the play. It's over.
Looking to throw, and she's going to get the first down.
One touchdown Raiders!
How can I help you today?
I don't think I'm in the right place. I have big dreams, like crab brewery-sized dreams.
I like it.
Your bank is very,
Cozy?
yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We prefer more personal interactions. We dedicate the majority of our space to our customers' dreams.
Wow. Look at that.
I know, it never gets old.
Wow. This is way bigger than your office.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Lucas Foss from Hastings, and on behalf of all Metro East Conference schools, we would like to thank you for supporting us. Please remember to show respect and good sportsmanship at all times. We as athletes will always try our best, and you can expect the same from coaches and officials. Mistakes will be made by everyone involved, but please show support and respect through the contest, no matter the outcome, whether it be online or in the stands.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 8-9 play-in game here between the Hastings Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats. After one, we are tied at 1 apiece. Owen Ely here with Peter Heyman as we get set for the start of the second period as the Raiders take the ice. Well-traveled game here in the sections. Well-viewed game as well on YouTube and on TV.
Yeah, I was walking around the bleachers in between intermission. There's people all over this place, all ages. A lot of Wildcat fans off to our left. That's usually where the visitors sit. And, of course, a lot of our Raider fans off to the right. Just a quick recap, if you will, Owen. Matt Sherry led the game off with a goal at the 5:14 mark, give the Raiders the 1-0 lead. Then Liam Thomas had a penalty for the Wildcats at the 10:50 mark. Raiders failed to score. And then Eagan equalized it at the 13:11 mark with Blake Pouty getting his 14th goal. And then there were some penalties, a barrage of penalties. Ben Steinke had one for Eagan at 2:34. Just 11 seconds later, Raiders' Aiden Canis had one at 2:23. And then at the end of the period, Ben Williams for the Wildcats had one at 42 seconds, which is why the Raiders will be on the power play for 1:18 to start this period.
Yeah, very, very good point. It has been a little bit of a messy game when you look at the penalty box, and the Raiders not the greatest on the power play. I think we were saying 19-20%, but Eagan only 70% on the penalty kill, so a little bit of a discrepancy there.
Yeah, Raiders 17% on the power play, 69.7 Eagan on the penalty kill. Opposites of that, Wildcats are 16.9% on the power play. Raiders are 81% on the penalty kill. So Raiders are better at both those stats than the Wildcats, but score 1-1. Shots on goal, by the way, heavily in favor of the Raiders, 17-7.
First period was largely dominated by Hastings, but the only metric that matters is the score, and we're tied up here at one apiece as we're underway here in the second period. Again, Hastings on the power play for a little more than a minute here. We'll get a shot nearly 5-hold on Rossman as it's swept away, taken there by Stoffel. Raiders circling around, regrouping with speed into the zone. Little shoulder check there on Finn Zaruba.
Yeah, Eagan cut him off well, but couldn't clear. Zaruba did a great job of blocking that puck. There he is with it to the top of the point.
Raiders were rather patient on the first two power plays. Get another shot bouncing off of Rossman. And some space to operate here for Eagan.
Yeah,
Closed out.
Sorry, Eagan could have taken a 2-on-2 there. Instead, they decided to dump it and change lines. Just another pass, though, by the Raiders that's just a little off.
Well, transition was where Eagan found their first goal of the game in the first period. Penalty kill set to expire here. We'll get a shot. That was taken by Aiden Cavness, who had the penalty earlier, as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Raiders still with possession before they dump it and then chase it. Now here in the neutral zone. Pass to the captain at the blue line. Looks like Rossman was calling for icing there. Wasn't going to get it.
I think he was actually just letting his defenseman know left. Hey, the puck's going to the left with the glove, little signal. Still seeing a lot of big hits. You can hear them there maybe on the microphone, and they're all mainly given by the Wildcats.
Another shot, nearly a glove save taken by Rossman, but it bounces out of the field of play.
Do want to take a moment to give a shout out to the Hastings Boys Hockey Boosters for helping getting us live tonight. So thank you, Hastings Boosters. Here's that replay. Yep, right off the glove, and it looked like it hit the board and then just popped up into the netting.
Eagan wins the faceoff. 15 minutes to go here in the middle period. Now Eagan here in the offensive zone. We get a couple of players falling down on the ice there for Eagan. Physical play continuing there in that near side corner. Now the Raiders back on the attack. Brody Geib switches to the outside before he wraps back around. Maybe try to sneak that one along that near side post. Pass back to the blue line. Across the blue line, a little too hot. Off of the stick of Jackson Doman. And Eagan with possession bounces right off of Stoffel.
Yeah, that hit his left shoulder and it went behind him. I couldn't tell if that was going to go in or not. Luckily, it went over the crossbar. But that was a golden opportunity for Eagan.
Now, a Raiders player taking a spill. Eagan with speed on the far side, wraps back around, looking to pass. Check into the boards there from Matt Sherry, the goal scorer tonight for the Raiders. Now the puck stalling there along the boards. Kicked back in, now taken. Sherry with the pass to the near side. Kept onside there for the Wildcats. Puck was working its way closer to Stoffel before it's taken here by Hastings. Another sizable hit there from Garrett Cosin. Puck was at the blue line. Another little hip-to-hip collision there. Puck staying around the blue line here for the Eagan defense as they're forced to retreat.
Another big hit by Eagan there. Game's starting to turn a real back and forth. This is usually the action you see late in the third period, but we're going red line to red line now.
And this is the most active period for both teams, both in terms of scoring goals and allowing goals. So you got to figure we're in for a good finish to this this period here. Raiders slowly matriculating the puck into the offensive zone. Looks like they're going to want a line change here, giving possession to Eagan. Puck stolen away from Zaruba. A little too hot of a pass off the mark for Cavness.
We've seen that a couple times tonight, too. Just a little better pass, and Raiders got a nice chance.
Shot, and that one sails to the right from Zaruba. Been calling his name a lot tonight. Back to the point. Shot in, little to the right of the netminder, Rossman.
Yeah, Cavness did a great job of playing interference there.
Hard shot there. Again, just a little off the mark there from the leading goal scorer, John Harris. As we get an icing called here against Eagan. We'll take another look at the replay here.
Yep, there's a good one-time pass. The shot just went by that post. I was just about to say, too, most of the action's kind of just been back and forth, but not some great scoring opportunities, except for that right there and the Wildcats chance earlier. Shots on goal still 28 in favor of the Raiders, but like you said, it's 1-1.
I mean, seeing how Eagan's playing tonight, you'd have a hard time believing they're a 4-win team. I mean, I understand they were in a good conference, but this team seems to be playing a lot better than their record on paper would indicate.
Yeah, they're very physical.
Puck shot in, takes a bounce off of the captain there, Owen Wood, the senior, for Eagan. Puck fired in along the board, swept down low from Zaruba. Now that's Hansen going to greet Rossman. Another shot, another bounce off of Rossman. We had Wood losing his stick. Now grinding on a Raiders player along the boards. It's Lucas Wallstrom. Now the puck here in front of the Raiders bench. Line change here for Eagan. A little more than 11 minutes to go here in the second period. 1-1 game, and we'll get an icing called against the home team.
Yeah, good action. Both teams. A lot of heavy hitting, more on the Eagan side of the Eagan putting on the hitting. It's going to be a matchup of physicality versus speed. Who will end up winning at the end?
You know, and that was an interesting thing you said about in the first period about those hits paying off as the game goes on. Could that maybe account for what we're seeing here in the second period, do you think?
It is, especially if you watch football. Guys like Derrick Henry that just start wearing the other team down. They don't even want to tackle them anymore. A little different here, though, with Hastings hockey, because I guarantee all these kids been playing out in the backyard, local rinks, and playing against all ages, so they'll tough it out.
Puck anybody's for the taking. Tried to connect on a pass down low, sweeping back around. The shot careens back behind Stoffel. Eagan player taking a tumble, as does a Raiders player. Another shot bounces off of Stoffel into that far side corner. Raiders player smushed into the boards by number 24, Max Turner. Now Eagan with the shot, and they score! And the Wildcats at the 10-16 mark here in the second period take the lead 2-1 after being down 1-0. As they're poised to maybe pull off the road upset here in the 8-9 game. A long way to go, but 2-1 lead here for Eagan.
Yeah, the goal was scored by number 10, Charlie Forrester, the junior defenseman.
And I think he might have had an assist on the earlier goal as well, if I'm not mistaken.
There it is, just a shot Same way they scored the other goal, right above Stoffel's left glove. Not sure if they watched some tape or they just know to go above or below the glove. That is a harder one to stop.
And obviously, Hastings got another shot on net. Hastings, leading by nearly double on the shots on goal, but it seems like the shots on goal for Eagan are a little more quality over quantity. Hastings player pushed down, no call on the ice. Under 10 minutes to go. Curious to see how the Raiders respond here. Game has progressively gotten more competitive as the minutes have gone by. See if the Raiders here can get back to their first period ways. That pass was tipped and now sent back the other way for Eagan.
And this is where they got to just play like it's still 1-1. Don't play.
Nearly a costly turnover there right in front of Stoffel as they try another centering pass.
Oh.
Snuck past Stoffel. If there was a Wildcats player there, that would have been an easy touch-in goal. Real hectic play here the last couple of minutes as the Wildcats fire another one, and that one 5-hole on Stoffel, and just like that, it's a 3-1 lead for the Eagan Wildcats. 2 goals in quick succession. That's a 3-goal run for the number 9 seed.
And it really just came off a couple errant passes that just went the wrong way. That goal was scored by number 4, Liam Thomas, the junior forward. Here's that replay. You can see the pass just too far in front of his teammate, and that just made it real easy for the Wildcats to net their 3rd goal, 2nd this period.
Seems like there has been some defensive collapses here in the 2nd period for Hastings. Again, I feel like we say this more often than not, but it's hard to disagree with how Stoffel's playing. It's just, that's kind of how it is sometimes. Raiders looking to cut the lead in half here. Another shot on net, a scramble. Attempting a backhand there was John Harris as everybody's looking around for the puck. It was in Harris's sleeve there, maybe.
Yeah, sleeve or under his shirt.
And now this game feels very different than it did just a couple of minutes ago.
Now that next goal is what they're going to say, that all-important goal. Is it a 3-goal lead for the team ahead, or does it cut the lead in half and make it a 1-goal lead if the Raiders score next? Obviously, if you're blue and gold, you're going to root for the Raiders to get that next goal.
And Weber was kind of in the way of Stoffel there as he was trying to get his way back into the net there. That's a very dangerous unattended net there for a handful of seconds. Obviously the puck careening out of play there, but...
Yeah, it seems like they're just a little out of sorts, the Raiders are. They just got to forget that they just scored a 2nd goal again this period. Get back to your game, good passing, just like they did early in the 1st period when they barraged the Eagan Wildcat netminder.
It seems like as the chaos increases in the game, that kind of favors Eagan.
Here's a chance for the Raiders, 2-on-1 breakaway.
Now the Raiders pass, shot,
oh!
Save! What a save by Rossman. Nothing but wide open net, and I believe he caught that with his right hand.
He caught it with his left glove. He was sprawled out on the ground, he just put his glove up, and the Raiders shot it right in his glove.
I don't think that's how they would teach you to do that, to be in that situation, but what a save as he was congratulated by his teammates. We'll get another look at this. Peter, walk me through this one.
Yeah, great one-time pass. Look at that. He just shot it. He just put his glove in the right spot. If he shoots it any more or even just waits a half a second, that's in the net. Unfortunate for the Raiders. That should have been a goal.
And that is devastating. You got to hope that, there's no adrenaline dump or anything after a play like that. Eagan looking to get a 3-1 lead. A 3-goal lead. Another shot. Rifles right past Stoffel. Eagan just getting quality chance after quality chance here in the 2nd period. Maybe that physicality paying off. Paid off there.
Tripping.
And
yep, it's going to be a penalty on the Raiders for tripping.
And I don't think they would have called that if the final sequence there didn't happen. I think it was the shove into the boards there. That was a dangerous.
It's quite possible,
play.
but it was the far linesman down low. He might have had his hand up right away. I couldn't see.
Oh, that's a good point. Either way, you commit 2 penalties or 2 fouls, they're going to get it there as we get another look at the replay.
Yeah, he could have also got called for a major there for boarding that close to the board. He's lucky he's only getting the box for 2 minutes.
That's a very unhealthy, dangerous play in general. I mean, hopefully the kid's all right. I mean, he got off under his own
And actually,
power.
there are 2 Raiders in the box, so they might have called that another penalty on him, which means a teammate's got to go in the box. We'll hear the official announcement. It is a 5-on-3 right now for Eagan, and the Raiders are desperately need to stop.
And this is worst case scenario for Hastings right here. It's going to be a very tumultuous 2 minutes.
Clear it. Well, there's one good start. Too bad he couldn't get it all the way down, but that'll kill at least 20 seconds.
Got to hope that their cardio holds up here. I mean, these line changes are going to come at a premium if you can't clear the puck. Tried to clear it there. Still kept in the offensive zone. Looks like the Raiders players are moving around that puck a lot. There's a lot of wide open players. Obviously, when you're on a 5-on-3, got the shot taken there by number 12, Ben Williams, looking for his 8th goal of the year, and we're nearly at the halfway point here of the 2 penalties.
Just so you know, while you were talking, they did announce it was a tripping call and then a roughing call.
Really, probably should have been a 5-minute major on the last one, but maybe a small break here for Hastings. Back towards the point. That one deflects off of the stick.
Actually, I don't think that hit. I didn't see that hit the net. That went right off the board, but referees blew the whistle.
Well, either way, a momentary stoppage here for this Raiders team as they're just white-knuckling, trying to hold on to this 2-goal deficit.
And that'll actually help them out a little bit. Coach is trying to get the attention of the Raiders players, tell them to watch the play.
Puck finds its way across the crease of Stoffel. Now the Raiders just bringing the puck up, stopping at the blue line and firing it back.
That's a very heads-up play there. When you're 5-on-3, you just need to kill the clock.
Now Eagan, 2-on-2, another shot, and another goal for Eagan with 28 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. They're still going to be on the power play, and they have a 3-goal lead as Jake Woog scores his 7th goal of the season as the game is rapidly getting out of hand here in the second period for the hometown Hastings Raiders.
Here's that replay. Woog had a Raider defender on him for a second, and then he was able to get in front of him. Just took it top left shelf. Looks like we're going to have a change at goalkeeper. Charles Colvin, number 30, or it could be Austin Vial. They both got 30 written on the roster here. But either way, Stoffel's out. There's a shot right away.
Couple of saves right there for the new netminder. I think that's
it's actually 31, Nicholas Smelzer. So the junior Smelzer in goal now for the Raiders. What a save by Smelzer.
Just cold starting coming into the second period. The man advantage is going to expire. That puck bounces off the back of a Raiders player.
Oh, he's got a man. He's got a man. Here we go.
Breakaway here for Hastings, and he just let the puck go. I don't know what was going on there with Cavness. Another shot nearly sneaking in along the near side post.
Oh, and this is the story of the night. The pass just a little too heavy. He would have had a 1-on-0 breakaway. That would have been a huge way to get back in this game.
You can see some of the frustration on the Raiders players. We'll get another look at the last sequence.
Pass was good, just under the stick a little bit, and it went right to the goalie. Couldn't ask for a better opportunity on the timing on the penalty.
And, you know, obviously anything can happen in high school sports, but this really kind of does feel like if they need to score right now. I understand we have the entirety of the third period, but 3 goals and the momentum is all on the side of Eagan here.
Yeah, they had the 2-on-1 breakaway with the great goal that kept it a 1-goal lead. And then that opportunity right there, but keep peppering the net, Raiders.
But a Raiders player just spinning around like he was on a lazy Susan right there, just looking for the puck. It was anybody's for the taking. Kind of a funny sequence there for the Raiders on offense. Raiders back with the puck. We'll get a dump and chase as Rossman comes out back behind the net. Heavy pressure there from some Raiders forwards. A good shot as Rossman sprawls out, senses and a late hit there. Really not what the Raiders need to be doing right now.
Unless they can hold back or get that first little chippy one and see if they get the retaliation penalty against the Wildcats. Because Wildcats being the physicality they are, they're going to want to get in there and box and fight. So maybe you get away with getting the Wildcats to get a cheap one.
Yeah,
Refs did a good job not calling anything there.
I think it was the right call. We'll get another look at that last sequence here. Got to be careful because I know you want to draw it out, but they could very easily call the penalty on you.
Yeah, I don't think Raiders really did much there, but normal hockey. Oh, there it is!
Raiders score! Braden Krauth right off the faceoff. It was right in front of Rossman. Krauth scores, crashing the net, and just like that, we talked about the Raiders need to score, and that got everybody electrified here. The Raiders are back into this one.
Yeah, heads-up play for Krauth. Right time, right place, on the doorstep. First shot went off the goalie, leaked by him to the right. Krauth just punched it in the back of the net. Here you go. Great face-off win, and bam, just like that.
And Rossman never even saw it coming. I mean, it just happened so fast. There's really nothing you could do about that from a netminder perspective. Raiders trying to get another one here on the board. Fires that one, swept right across the crease. Rossman poking out, and somehow we get a stoppage here.
Not sure why.
4:21 to go here in the second period. Looks like
somebody's going to the box for Eagan.
And the Raiders could get right back in this one. It's number 19, Ben Steinke, getting real familiar with the box here tonight.
Yep, that's his second penalty of the night. Raiders need to take advantage now. They're down 2, but if they're on a power play, they score here. It's a whole different ball of game.
This game, just such a game of momentum and shifts, and everybody's getting their money's worth here tonight. There's no question about that. Tries to backhand it in. Rossman was going around. Puck still in play. I don't know how they didn't stop that one there. And now Eagan going back the other way. Rossman on his butt. Shot, and the stop, still in play, trying to wrap it around, backhand, and Eagan retaliates. And that one really fires up the road crowd as, I mean, we are just getting some intense hockey here in the second period. I said this was a period where both teams did their most scoring, and boy, that's reigning true here tonight. That's a goal for the captain, number 23, Jake Woog, his second goal of the game.
Yep, a lot of Raiders fighting down on the other end, and that allowed Eagan to get on a 2-on-2, turn into a 2-on-1. Great stop initially by the new goalkeeper, but that backhand just a little too high. And unfortunate for the Raiders, a short-handed goal they gave up. When they could have cut the game lead to 1, it's back to 3, but they're still in the power play.
And this is where I feel bad for Stoffel or Smeltzer. It's hard to fault them for a sequence like that, and it seems like there's been a couple of those sequences here tonight as we get a Raiders player heading to the box.
Yep, so disregard my last comment. Raiders give up a goal. It must have been after the goal, they must have been a little roughing interference. We'll get the official call in a second. This game is wide open now.
That's Krauth in the box, who just scored for Hastings. Under 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Eagan fires, and another goal for the Eagan Wildcats. As this game is, we thought it was getting a little closer, but it's just getting more out of hand. That's Andrew Vobel, the sophomore defenseman. What a hectic period here for both squads.
Yep, Eagan just wins the faceoff, went down there, put it on the net. Here's that replay. Right now they're just out hustling the Raiders.
You know, it really makes you wish that they had timeouts like they had in basketball, where you could just talk with your team and try to settle them down here. But
looks like that third goal, that was Jake Woog again. I heard him say hat trick, so I thought it was 28. I guess it was 23. I'm going to verify that after the period, but I could have swore it was a 28.
I could have swore it was 28 too, but we'll see what the statisticians have to say about that one.
We might even see a replay afterwards. I might have to go over there and officially change the official scoring.
I mean, we don't want to shortchange anybody on their hard work tonight. Shot deflects off into that near side corner. It was Zaruba firing the shot. The puck, anyone's for the taking there in the crease as Rossman falls on the puck.
Yep, just when the Raiders, they had some life going, had the crowd into it, and then just like that, lead pops up to 4. Second period, though, it's still got time. 4-on-4 hockey, so use their speed, use the space, get one goal back, one at a time, right? One goal at a time.
Well, 4-on-4 certainly would favor the more fast team as opposed to the more physical team. We'll see if that reigns true here for Hastings. Huge open ice hit on John Harris. Fans not too happy about that one. Another big hit into the corner on Brody Geib. Man, both of these teams really want to win it here tonight. Eagan had a chance there, had to get on sides. That was Volbel, who we think may or may not have scored that last goal.
Wildcats on full strength for 23 more seconds.
Now that puck fired into the air just past Geib. Another big hit and the Raiders are just taking a pounding here tonight.
Yeah,
Long
number
pass.
28 for Eagan. Volbel, the guy we thought scored, he's been putting a pounding on everybody.
Big players here for Hastings. We'll take a look at the last sequence here. There's that hit on Harris.
Huge hit. Harris up right away. Things like that keep it happening, though. I don't be surprised if there's some gets a little carried away in the third. We'll see. Especially for the seniors that know it's their last one.
I have a hard time believing, no matter how this game's go, that things are going to simmer down as we get closer to the end of this one. 9 seconds to go on the PK here for Hastings. Eagan slips a pass past the Raiders forward in the slot, tries to backhand it in. That very nearly could have been another goal for Eagan. Back to even strength hockey. Backhanded pass connecting with Hansen, who collides with the referee there. Not a good spot for the ref to be in there. Dangerous situation there as the puck.
That's a tripping. There's a penalty on Eagan.
And that box is just getting repeat customers here tonight on both sides. I mean,
yeah, I'm going to have to head to Menards or something, get some WD-40 for that penalty box. The hinges over there.
no vacancy in the penalty box here tonight.
Unfortunately, though, for the Raiders again, they don't get the full complement, if you will, of a penalty with only a minute 27 left. But let's hope they ain't got to use all minute 27. First, you got to win that faceoff. Showing Pete McGinnis just walked by.
Got to get one before you can get four.
Amen.
Back to the point. Fired into the slot. That one deflects off of the skate of Vobel. Now fired in down low. Eagan maybe trying to get another shorthanded goal here like they got earlier.
Yep, 3 Raiders down there. They can't get that puck out of there. 1 Eagan player just holding it in.
Physical play there by some of those Raiders players along the boards. Now the Raiders back on the attack, under a minute to go here before the second intermission. Puck stripped away and fired down the ice. No icing call. Under 40 seconds to go. Now Harris sends it back. Swept into the zone, a little hit. Got a Eagan player who got a stick snapped in half. Couple of players tangled up there down low. One Wildcat, one Raider. And a punch is thrown by a Eagan Wildcat. And another punch thrown on the ground. That is, I would have to imagine that's going to be a major right there, as that's Garrett Kosen, the senior. Raiders player still down on the ice on his knees. Is that?
Yeah, I don't think they're waiting for the third period to start the boxing.
Well, yeah, that not a hockey play at all. I mean, that was straight up boxing. We'll get another look here as Kosen obviously sent to the the box, sent to the jailhouse there, and that's just a straight up punch.
That's definitely, that could almost be an ejection out of this game in high school.
I have a hard time. Yeah, that's, I don't know how you don't get kicked out of the game for something like that, but.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing, especially when they're up 6-2.
And again, like I said earlier, I doubt things are going to simmer down here in the third period. We'll see if the Raiders can try to get something going here. 5-on-3, 14 seconds, nearly 15 seconds to go. And that is a 5-minute major, so that is a major advantage for Hastings.
Yep, 5-on-3. If they can get a goal in 14 seconds, that'd be great. Or at least within 48 so they can keep that power play. Here we go.
Now the Raiders with the shot.
It's
and
in!
They score! And maybe a little confusion.
I didn't see it go in. The puck, that was weird. It was still outside the goal.
And the Raiders, well, that's Finn Zaruba.
I think the linesman must have hit the net and popped back out.
Yeah, that was an interesting sequence there. Nonetheless, the Raiders score. We'll get another look at it here. Tell me what you see, Peter.
Uh-oh. Yep, that definitely went in. The net is so tough, it bounced right out. So that's definitely a good goal, and the Raiders needed that to keep the power play going now on the major for 5 minutes. This could be a game changer. They keep scoring.
Yeah, we'll take another look at that last goal. Maybe a little better angle there, maybe not so much. 5 seconds to go. See if the Raiders can get one final shot. That one sent off into the netting with 1.5 to go for the second intermission. Again, the majority of that major is going to be in the third period. See if the Raiders, with under 2 seconds, maybe can just fire a shot here from the face-off circle. Tried to fire one in and not successful there. Just a hectic game. We got brawls, we got heavy checks, we had, like
punches.
8 goals scored in the 7 goals scored in the second period. Just a little bit of everything, wouldn't you say, Peter?
Oh, a lot of everything. Comeback, some great saves by the Eagan goalkeeper, then shorthanded goal, power play goal, even strength goal. Here we got some replays. This should be the first goal by Eagan, number 10, Charlie Forrester. There it is. And then not too long after that, goal by number 4, Liam Thomas. This was that one right through the 5-hole. And then the Raiders are on a power play. And now let's see if it was 23 or 28. Oh, it was 23, so it was Woog's.
Well, I don't think that was the one.
Oh, that wasn't the one yet.
That was the first Woog goal.
And then there's John Harris right off the face-off, getting 1 goal back for the Raiders. And Raiders were starting, now they had the crowd pumped up. This might be the goal. Oh, there, everybody was fighting, and then it allowed Eagan to go on the 2-on-1, basically. It was Woog, the captain. It was 23, but 8 was a teammate with him. So Woog did get the hat trick there. And then right away, now number 28. Or that was the goal by Woog. A lot of Woog out there. And then here's Zaruba right here. Gets the goal into the net. Finally making the score 6-3. But Raiders still on the power play for 4:46.
Raiders with a 3-goal deficit, but I get the feeling this one is far from over. Eagan 6-3 at the end of 2 here on HCTV.
With over 300 passionate educators, our dedication to student success has never been stronger. These educators are more than teachers.
Let's paint the picture.
They are mentors who ignite curiosity and inspire a lifelong passion for learning. Our schools provide real-world experiences through cutting-edge programs in engineering and environmental science. At Hastings, we take pride in our blend of rigorous academics and enriching arts and athletic programs. These programs nourish our students' educational journey, enhancing their creativity and discipline and fostering skills that resonate throughout their academic and personal lives. This is Hastings Public Schools, where we care, we empower, and we achieve. Students are at the heart of all we do.
Today, 4 Minnesotans lost their lives from fentanyl poisoning.
And 4 more will tomorrow.
Fentanyl is the #1 killer of 18 to 45-year-olds.
It's killing more and more 12 to 17-year-olds. They're people we care about.
Like my brother.
My sister.
My best friend. We have the power to make a difference in our community. Join us in the fight against the fentanyl crisis.
The guys next to me are hyping me up in the comments. Yeah, they just said I'm the best filmer in the chat. Is Tori up there? Yeah, Tori's up there. Tori Snow. He's filming? Sweet. Yeah. They're putting you in the chat now. They're hyping up Tori. Yeah, well, they're...
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hastings Civic Arena as we get set for the third period here between the Hastings Raiders and the Eagan Wildcats. Eagan leading Hastings 6-3 here in this 8-9 matchup. Here we'll take a look at some of the goals scored in the second period.
Yeah, Owen, this was a wild one. Here's the first goal. It was by Eagan, Charlie Forrester at the 6:44 mark. That gave Eagan a 2-1 lead. I believe that was that goal. This should be, Liam Thomas on the power play. That gave him a 3-1 goal. No, that was the first two goals of the first period, sorry. Now we're in the second period. There's number 10, Charlie Forrester, 2-1 Eagan. Next up should be number 4, Liam Thomas on the power play, making it 3-1 Eagan. And then this is the question, was it number 23 or 28? That was 23, Woog. So Woog made it 4-1 there. And then John Harris right off the face-off.
I think that was Braden Krause.
It was Braden Krause. I think it was from Harris. Made it 4-2. Raiders were on the comeback, but then they got caught fighting. It allowed Eagan to get a little 2-on-1 breakaway. And it was Matt Sherry. Sorry, it was Matt Sherry with his third goal for the hat trick, making it 5-2. And then it was Andrew Vobel getting on the score sheet, 6-2. But then Eagan got caught with some fighting. They got a couple penalties, and the Raiders' Finn Zaruba put a goal in to make it 6-3. And the Raiders are still on the power play for 4:46 on the major, so it's a 3-goal deficit. But this is a big penalty. It could easily be a 1 or 2 goal deficit.
No question. I mean, I feel like we saw a little bit of everything in that second period. I mean, for the seniors here tonight, I mean, this is the final game for one-team seniors. I mean, Peter, what can we expect here in this third period?
Oh, boy. I'm going to say fighting, scoring, just all out, like crazy chaos is what I think we're going to expect to see. And like you said, when you're a senior, I don't know about you, when I played sports and I was a senior, it was my last game, I played at like a 3-time higher level than I ever played before because they don't want it to be their last game, right? They're going to give everything they can, basically.
Now, the winner of this one goes on to play St. Thomas in the next round as we're underway here in the third period. Raiders, again, still on that power play for the 5-minute majors. We'll get an early save here from Johnny Rossman. Has allowed 3 goals tonight, but has played quite a stellar game thus far. Interestingly, this Eagan team, 6 goals in 2 periods. They only average 2.16 a game, as we'll get yet another save there from Rossman.
Yeah, that must tell you how good that South Suburban conference is that they're playing against. They are bottom of the list in that conference, but they're not playing like it here tonight.
I mean, it's just got to be like swinging with a weighted bat, and then you come here and play a non-conference team. Maybe it hits a little different. Now the Raiders here once again on the attack. Harris with the puck, looking to pass, spins around. Fires a far side shot, looking for a one-timer there with, Harris was looking for a one-timer there from Zaruba, as we get a clear here from Eagan, and a line change. Raiders bringing the puck up the ice. Goes a little long on the pass, and another clear. Race for the puck here. It's going to be won by Eagan, firing a centering pass a little bit behind Brandon Lundeberg.
Yeah, and we've seen that earlier in this game. The errant passes by the Raiders ended up in some goals. Luckily, they didn't end up another shorthanded goal.
Another save, that time a stomach save there from Rossman.
Still got a lot of time in this power play, but it'd be nice to get a goal here. At least one goal on this 5-minute major penalty.
Well, I have a feeling time is going to fly by here in the third period, especially if you're a hometown fan. Puck back to the blue line, another pass, a little too much mustard on it.
Got to try to get the power play set up and try to get a good angle. A free angle, if you will, without a stick in the way.
A lot of passing here from the Raiders, looking for that quality shot. Maybe trying to find a lane, couldn't find it right there as that goes off of Woog.
Yeah, a lot of times you do a skip pass, the lane is open. There it is.
Fires a shot, that one thuds off of Rossman off into that near side corner. Now there's the captain, Geib. Hands it off, now sent back to Geib.
Down to 250, sorry, 250. Oh! And there's just an unfortunate bad bounce by the Raiders. They're going to have to reset. And they had the Eagan defense with some tired legs, too. Eagan's not going to be able to... Oh, they're going to get a couple guys changing. See if Raiders could have taken advantage of that. They didn't, so 2 fresh legs for the Wildcats.
Kind of a reset there for Hastings when it didn't really seem like they needed one. Puck bouncing around, another reset here for Hastings. Hastings' precious time is draining off the clock here as Eagan's just batting the puck around. Another errant pass. Raiders player falling into the boards there. That's Brody Geib. 2 minutes to go on the power play. Now with speed there on the far side, that's Zaruba, who scored the last goal of the game right before the second period elapsed. And that one out of play, hits one of the...
rafters, it looked like up there.
Yeah, they got something over there.
Good thing it bounced back in the rink. That was right above our official scorekeepers over there. That would have not felt good.
Who are doing a tremendous job tonight. Not that they, not that they never do, but
yeah, I was over there in between the periods, and he's running out of room there.
He told me there was 11 penalties in the game thus far.
There we go.
Back to the slot. Fires it in. Nearly poked in that time by John Harris. I mean, the kid's got a knack for scoring goals. Just barely missed on that one. Now Eagan crashing the net. Tried to backhand that top shelf on Smelser. Just over a minute to go now on the power play. Would be unfortunate for the Raiders if they couldn't get a goal during those 5 minutes as the puck is poked away. Precious line change here for Eagan. Another pass that is long and just immediately sent back. I mean, quite the 1 second there.
Still 50 seconds, though. If they can get it set up and just get a couple good shots, it'll help that momentum, that mental part of it.
Krauth was looking to connect there on the far side. Now Again, the Raiders retreating. It was Carlson there with the puck. 30 seconds to go on the PK for Eagan. Lost the puck at the blue line temporarily. Now crashing in, fires a shot right off of the midsection there of Owen Wood. Back to the blue line, fired in. Some punishing physical play by these Eagan players, not just on the forecheck, but also laying down the body, trying to stop these shots as the power play is going to elapse here as they turn the puck over. That one fired and deflected off of Matt Sherry.
Super unfortunate there for Raiders. Not able to get any goals on that 5-minute major.
Fires a shot. That one likely was deflected before it got off the stick by Lane Nygaard.
Still a lot of time though in this third period. Then get one goal at a time.
Pass across the blue line, fired in.
Eagan doing a great job. None of the shots on the Raiders have actually made it through to the goalie, using those bodies to block those passes, sacrificing the body.
Seems like that's just kind of been the name of the game tonight, is the physicality from Eagan on the attack there. They're going to get called offsides with 11:30 to go here in the third period.
Yeah, as you mentioned some seniors, I'm going to say the Raiders seniors again. I'll do it towards the end as well, but Aiden Cavness, Gavin Burns, Luke Wallstrom, Brody Guy, Brody Carlson, Braden Krauth, John Harris, Matthew Sherry, and Jackson Doman.
Hopefully for their sake, not the final game they'll play in a Raiders uniform, as we'll get Rossman falling on the puck. Offensive zone faceoff upcoming for Hastings. They scored really quickly off of an offensive zone faceoff with that Zaruba goal to make it 6-3. Puck stolen away on a potential breakaway there for Woog. Now Eagan forwards, bringing the puck into the zone. Forced to the outside there by Niederkorn. Backhanded pass, tried to sneak that in along that near side post. Smelzner standing strong. Now here we have a Raiders forward bringing the puck up. We get a shot deflected from Wallstrom. And an icing call against the Wildcats.
Couple opportunities there for both sides. Eagan had a real good opportunity. As we can see, that's his number 31 in goal. He didn't start the game, but Nicholas Smelzer, the junior goalie, in for the Raiders. There's a little shot of the Eagan bench. I'll have to let you know their coaches, head coach Todd Carlson and Mike Taylor, assistants Mario Munoz, Nolan Pearson, Eric Anderson, Dustin Luce, and Michael Thomas.
Raiders here desperately trying to get something going as we get another icing call here, this time against Hastings. North of 10 minutes to go here in the final period. Raiders facing a 3-goal deficit. Shot off the faceoff there by Ben Williams.
Raiders still with that shots on goal lead, 32-23, but you mentioned earlier the number that matters is the number under the G.
Well, the Raiders are shooting at about 10%, and the Wildcats, I mean, they're shooting at about 25% here tonight. Puck breaks away there from in between both benches.
About 10 minutes to go here, third period. Seems like both squads, I thought it was going to be fast and furious and rough, but so far they've actually been pretty clean and calm.
Yeah, really kind of settled down to start this third period.
There's a good ice pass.
Eventually taken away there from Jonas Schauer. Some of these passes here tonight coming in just a little too hot. Now Harris, who's seeing just an immense amount of ice time here tonight with the pass, and we'll get I believe that's going to be an offsides call here against Hastings.
Yeah, it looks like that puck might have got stuck on the Eagan bench. Nope, they're going to do the faceoff down in the Eagan end, so Not sure what happened there. Shot of number 5, Aiden Cavness, one of the seniors. John Harris out there taking the face-off. Looks like the top line is out there.
So Harris wins the face-off there. The puck was right in front of the crease near Rossman, and we'll get an icing call.
And Egan's okay with that. Right now they're up 3 goals. They're just trying to kill some clock. It almost looks like the Egan coach might have told the players, hey, a little less hitting. Let's not get in any power plays or, shorthanded situations anymore.
Yeah, I think you're definitely onto something with that one.
You don't want to wake up the beast either, right? You don't want to get the Raiders players getting into it and then fury starts happening. Here we go.
Another shot. That one attempted to be poked in. Puck still in play. Rossman on the ground trying to get that rebound opportunity.
That was a golden. I thought that went in the net. That was a golden opportunity, Owen. Raiders really needed that at this time of the game too.
And they could have caught Rossman off guard. Nearly pokes that in. We'll get a whistle.
Nope, they're waving it off.
Wave it off, and some pushing and shoving between a couple of Raiders.
I don't know if they thought the goal came off. I don't know why the whistle.
Hopefully, I'm sure we'll get a better look on the replay, but
I did see the goal move, but it didn't really come out of place. So I'm not sure what they're calling there.
Either way, it was a very unpopular call
for
Eagan. A very popular call for Hastings.
Not a lot of complaining from the Eagan bench. Of course, they're up 3 goals. If it was a little different, they might have been asking for an explanation there. But at any rate, face off inside the Raider zone.
Well, and you wonder if something like that might spark some more intensity here in the third period. You got to figure if Hastings scores, physicality might increase like we saw in the second period. Now here the Raiders bringing the puck down low, boxed out by Wood. Bounce pass right in front of the Wildcats bench. Puck was stuck there along the blue line. A little pushing and shoving. Now Eagan getting back on sides and a reset here.
And again, Eagan the clock is their friend. They're picking their poison, dumping, changing players, keeping those fresh legs out there. Up 3 goals, you have that advantage.
Certainly the time is more important than the goals.
Big shout out to the over 275 people watching on YouTube.
Fantastic viewership here tonight. Puck was stolen away there from Garrett Larson. Now back down low to Larson, loses the puck. Raiders maybe with some space here. Cross ice pass, back the other way. Fires a shot, that one off into the boards, off of the stick of John Harris. Harris spun around.
If Harris could have had that, he had a teammate right out front. I think little tired legs possibly for some of the Raiders. Spending a little extra long on the shift.
That one a dangerous lane, maybe leading to a 5-hole there, eventually plugged by the Raiders defense.
Clock is ticking away here. I'm not going to say anything about it's under 7 now.
Physicality picking up here in the last minute or two. Pass, once again, common theme tonight, going long. Eagan will have to get back on sides there. Solid shove there from Niederkorn. Raiders running out of time for a comeback.
Yeah, ooh, good steal there. He's got a man out front.
Stolen away, centering pass. Couple of Wildcats players laying down their body, stopping whatever the Raiders are trying to work on there.
Yeah, Egan's been sacrificing their body the entire night. Whether it's hitting people or laying out, blocking pucks.
Now Shower into the offensive zone, fires a shot, spinning around, another shot.
Ooh, I thought that went by the keeper, but it must have took a deflection on the way in.
Solid idea there from Braden Krauth, who has a goal tonight. Puck stalling in front of the Eagan bench, and a long pass turned over.
Passes are just a little out of sync for the Raiders tonight.
Really has been disrupting their offense. Now coming in, crashing into the net, poked away by a Wildcat defender. That's Forrester, who again has a goal tonight. Turned over to the Raiders, firing a shot. That one across the crease, or maybe back behind the net of the goaltender Rossman. 5 minutes to go here in the final period. And we got a stick being jettisoned.
Yeah, that almost came back in the Eagan bench. That was, yeah, that's your...
That was Zaruba.
Yeah, Zaruba. Here's a possibility here for Zaruba.
Now Zaruba crashing in. Tries to pump the brakes and maybe put a backhand in there. A couple of players colliding.
We will have a... There's going to be a penalty here. I don't know if it's a tripping on Eagan. It's got to be. Yep, tripping on Eagan, so 6 on 5 for a second.
Fires a shot, that one off of Rossman.
Eagan.
And we'll get the stoppage here. Here's another look at the replay.
Yeah, great goal scoring opportunity here. It looks like it was a hold from behind maybe. Right there might have been the penalty. So Raiders on a power play. 4:27. If they score here, they cut it within 2. That's number 24 for the Wildcats heading into the box. That's Max Turner, junior defenseman.
Well, and this might be what you were saying Eagan didn't want to do. They did a pretty good job for the most of the third period, but now they got a player in the box.
And with 4:27 left, Raiders head coach, he's going to say, you know what? This could be the season. He's got pulled the goalie right now. So it's a 6 on 4. Might as well give it a shot. What do you got to lose, right?
Well, yeah, we'll see how the 6 on 4 goes here for Hastings. Makes no difference if you lose by 1 or if you lose by 5.
Eagan's going to clear the zone there.
Thought we might have had a
Brody Carlson lost a little skate action there.
Thought he might have broke his skate there.
Oh, Raiders tried to dump it in and hit somebody's helmet, it looked like. That's unfortunate.
Passing is still going to have to improve here if they want to get something done here on the 6 on 4 advantage. Bringing the puck into the zone is Sherry. Scored the first goal of the night, whiffed on a pass.
Last time they whiffed, they ended up scoring after that. Not this time. Oh.
Fires a hard one right into the shin of Ben Steinke.
And Eagan able to change a couple players. Hastings trying to go quick.
And Eagan with the puck, deflected. Might have had a good shot into the net there if that wasn't deflected. Under 50 seconds to go on the power play. Raiders bringing the puck into the zone, pushed out of the zone. They're going to have to get on sides here and stop the puck. And they score.
And that's the 4th for number 23, Jake Woog.
And that's going to be the nail in the coffin here tonight from Woog. That's going to make it 7-3 with just over 3 minutes to go. Got some hats getting thrown onto the ice there by some Eagan fans. Here's a look at the replay.
From his knees, couple guys on him. Just Raiders having a hard time even on 6 on 4, just getting in the zone to set up their power play offense.
And Smelser back into the net, so they're going to abandon the 6-man advantage. Still 30 seconds on the power play for Hastings. Maybe just trying to make this game look a little closer on paper, unless they can pull a Herculean comeback here. Firing a shot, deflected, a heavy hit.
I wish I had the stats for blocked shot zone, because Eagan, that's the big difference. Raiders just can't get the puck to the goalie.
I mean, whether it's the forechecking, whether it's the blocked shots, I mean, it's just Eagan's body tonight is certainly the large portion of the difference.
Just over 2 minutes here. Some of the crowd's already heading out.
Going to be likely the final game here for 9 Hastings seniors.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because let me let you know who they are. Number 5, Aiden Cavness. Number 6, Gavin Burns. Number 9, Luke Wallstrom. Number 17, Brody Geib. Number 19, Brody Carlson. Number 20, Braden Krauth. Number 21, John Harris. Number 23, Matthew Sherry. And number 24, Jackson Doman. Gentlemen, a minute 47 left. I'd love to see you score 4 goals to stay in this. If not, thank you for your time and effort through the many years as a Hastings Raider hockey player.
And it's certainly not just a 4-year journey for a lot of these players. And a lot of those seniors, you know, Sherry's a senior, had a goal.
Harris had an assist.
Yeah. So a lot of the seniors getting it done here for Hastings tonight, but certainly looks like they're going to fall short here. Eagan's going to win this 8-9 matchup. They're going to go on the road on Thursday to play St. Thomas. The winner of that will play the winner of Two Rivers and Park. As we get Rossman falling on the puck here with 72 seconds to go.
You see Ross, he tried to get his glove off it just to keep the clock going, but could have passed it to a teammate behind him. But so an unfortunate end, it looks like it'll be here for the Raiders. 8 seed versus 9 seed. Especially on your home ice, you'd love to get one last win here. Inside the classic Hastings Civic Center. One of the old school arenas we got here in the state of Minnesota. The classic wooden, classic call of no smoking.
Probably more important in this arena than any other. Another shot stopped by Smelser. They tried to get the rebound opportunity there. That one sailing wide. And one of these teams had to win tonight. The Raiders coming in 1-4 in their last 5, and Eagan 1-11 in their last 12. I mean, that's just a fascinating thing about high school hockey. You would never know that this team had lost 11 of their last 12 games if you'd watched them here tonight.
I would totally agree with you. And the fact that their overall record is 4-21, I think that just speaks more volumes about how strong the South Suburban is.
These two teams had a common opponent. Apple Valley Burnsville, that was the UHL game that the Raiders had lost 5-2. Eagan had beat Apple Valley Burnsville 5-2. They played those games within a span of about 5 days, so it was around the same time of the season as well. One final attack here for Eagan. Fires a shot, stopped. Little pushing and shoving there, and with that, we got a final score here from the Hastings Civic Center, a 7-3 road victory for the Eagan Wildcats over the Hastings Raiders here in this 8-9 matchup. Again, the Eagan Wildcats winning and advancing to take on St. Thomas on Thursday.
Yeah, Owen, it was a pleasure. Jake Woog, 4 of those 7 goals, so a couple shorthanded, 2 shorthanded goals too as well.
And he only had 6 goals on the season as well, so, you know, kind of, I don't want to say, padding the stats because they were all meaningful games in an elimination game, but that's obviously quite the performance from Woog.
So the Raiders will end their season 11-14-1 overall. Again, one more time, I think, for these 9 seniors from the Raiders. Aiden Cavness, there's your updated bracket. There you can see Eagan going to head to St. Thomas to take on the number 1 seed Cadets. So good luck, Eagan, on your next matchup. One more time, I think, for these seniors from the Hastings Raiders. Aiden Cavness, Gavin Burns, Luke Wallstrom, Brody Geib, Brody Carlson, Braden Krauth, John Harris, Matthew Sherry, and Jackson Doman. Thank you for your time and energy as a Hastings Raider hockey player.
Yeah, quite a performance here tonight. Again, Eagan wins 7-3 on the road. Special thanks to producer and director Hunter Pinkey. Camera operators Max Slocum, Grant Seaman, Tori Sellner, and Will Sellen. Obviously, Hunter Pinkey on graphics and replay. He had quite the job here tonight with some of that second period
Especially that second
action.
period. He was busy.
I'm Owen Ely. That's Peter Heyman. Again, Raiders fall 3-7 here from the Hastings Civic Arena. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been HCTV Sports.